only a one-take thing. They got 26,000 views.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Anything to do with soup is good.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Fargo. Kill Jadis.
I got nothing.
No, you don't. Lalo. Michelle Sweat. What up, bestie? Gabriel Montgomery. What's up, bud? Meow. Hey, Running Bear.
Hey, Running Bear, look for yourself in the opener. I redid the opener a little bit.
Did you?
I found a bunch of pictures that I didn't have in the original opener.
Nice.
Paul, you're in there too, buddy.
Ah.
Yeah, I totally whiffed on like 6 pictures, but I got them in there now. All right, here we go. Episode number 244 of Raiders Fan Radio.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Fan Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, select the top, a leaping top, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Villapiano at the 50, high running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio, hosted by Murph, Uncle Mosh, and Swag Jeff. Take it away, guys.
Why, thank you, Brent Musburger. And what is up, Raider Nation? Appreciate you joining us here in the Murph's Fan Cave for episode number 244 of Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate everybody that's joining us live in the chat room tonight. There on the YouTubes. Appreciate everybody that are on the YouTubes tonight. You can find us each and every week on the YouTubes at do I have a square on my face? Is that showing up on the feed?
Yeah, it is.
Is it showing up on the feed?
It's gone now.
I'm gonna have to reset.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset my camera here probably, but that's okay. Anyway, so let me go ahead while I do that, and let me turn it over to the two gentlemen that are joining me here tonight for episode number 244 of Raiders Fan Radio. Starting off with the man, the legendary, legendary. I can see what he's doing out of the corner of my eye. All right, expose myself. Let me first turn it over to the man that adorns the southern annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk, the legendary, the one and only Uncle Mosh.
All right, hey, do I have a circle on my face?
This is great audio podcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let me show you how to fix it.
Yeah.
Get on. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, it has been 100 years since I've been here. I'm so excited to be back.
My gosh, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. It's been, so much has happened in the Raider world since I've been gone.
Yeah,
and
the season ended.
The season ended. We had a Super Bowl. You know, it's funny because I'm busier now since I've retired than I was when I was working. You know,
Yeah.
and this whole sometimes they call me and they go, "Hey, we got an event. We're gonna have to work Wednesday night," and I'm like, "No, I can't." And anyway, so
Well, glad to have you here, Uncle Mosh.
So I'm here for a minute. We're here this week and next week, and then we're gone.
Yeah, we're here this week and next week, and then we're taking off the Wednesday before the draft.
Before the draft, right,
Yep,
right,
yep.
right.
We won't be back here. We won't be here for that because the next guy that I'm going to introduce you to, the guy that adorns the southern annex or the western annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk, he and I are hopping on a bird, as the kids say, and headed to Vegas on Thursday, April 28th, to go to the NFL draft.
Woo-woo!
So we won't be going to the show. So welcome, my best friend and yours, Swag Jeff.
Hey, do I
These
got a
visual jokes
Do I got a triangle on my face?
You got a little triangle on your
Visual
face.
jokes don't work for the audio feed.
Well, Uncle Mosh told me to do it, and I always do whatever he says.
And you're a smart
I've been
man
doing that for
that.
about 18 years.
And you're smart to do so.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm counting down like the minutes and the seconds and the minute, all that for Vegas. I'm all in.
gosh.
I cannot wait. It's going to be an amazing party. It's going to, ow! Shit! Cut me with the corner of it.
Oh, man. Oh, you got blasted.
Got
That's
blasted.
what you get for doing visual jokes.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I got beat.
Okay.
No, it's the last time Uncle Mosh was on the show.
Normally,
And it's been a minute.
Normally, I'd say sorry, Hefe, but I'm not sorry.
No, you're not
No,
sorry.
you had
Sorry,
no coming.
No, it's just
sorry, not sorry.
I feel like I'm back in my chair now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I've hit you with the
sure.
pan, and life's good. Here we go.
The show hasn't officially kicked off until Jeff catches a beating.
Yes.
All right, so as I mentioned at the top, this is episode number 244 of Raiders Fan Radio. We appreciate you joining us live here tonight. All of you that are on the YouTubes, that are on youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio, that's 4 Pacific and 7 Eastern each and every Wednesday night. Or those of you that have joined us on the audio version of the podcast, where you can find on any podcast service just by searching for Raiders Fan Radio. And those of you that are listening on the Fansided or Just Blog Baby website, we are the official Raiders podcast of Just Blog Baby, and very proud of our partnership with those good folks. And so we appreciate you listening there. And if you're listening to us there and you kind of like what these 3 knuckleheads have to say about the Raiders, do us a favor, give a like, give a subscribe, give a review on any of those podcast services. We hate to lobby for your support, but hey, listen, the more support you give us, the more opportunities there is for us to make money with this podcast. And guess what? We give 100% of that money away. We give it away via our foundation, which is the One Nation Foundation. That is a nonprofit that we formed 2 years ago, and we give solely to Raiders-related charities. So even if you can't donate to the charity or to the foundation with a monetary donation, please just help us out by promoting the show. Tweet it, repeat it, tell your friends, all that good stuff. Of course, if you like what we have to say here at RFR, and if you don't, then adios, malingerer. All right, so here at the top of the show, we take our episode number and we tie it back to something significant within Raider Nation. And so I'm going to turn it over to my best friend to do that. And then also, Swag Jeff, please shout out the chat room. Who do we got going on in there?
Absolutely, I will. So Aaron the Q-Dog Raider with an $8 donation says 2 weeks till the Vegas draft.
Let's
Nation.
go.
Let's go. We're going to see Aaron the Q-Dog Raider down there. But special shout out to Raider Ramon, who's in the chat. Yeah, we don't see Ramon in the chat a whole lot, so welcome, Ramon. Let's effing go. Yeah, man. Kill Jadis is in there. Julian Cardenas is in there. Lala Maloso, Raider Godzilla. Silver and Blacksmith is in there. Ron the Mater Raider. Pineapple's in there. Foxy Scorpio's in there. Paul's in there. Michelle Sweat.
Paul?
Fargo. Let's see. Carlos is in there.
Julian Cardenas is in there.
Yeah, absolutely, he is.
Julian says, love you guys. We love you, Julian.
Well, yeah.
A lot of love fest going around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of love for you.
Raider Jack.
Raider Jack's in there. Yeah, he has arrived. Absolutely. So, yes, each and every week I take a significant moment within Raider Nation and relate it back to the episode number, and I got a fun one.
All right, let's
I got
go.
a fun one. For episode 244, we're going back a little ways. We're going back to 1968.
Oh, wow.
And since the draft is just around the corner,
Come on.
We're going to be highlighting the 1968 draft.
Ooh.
This was a huge draft for the Raiders. I like that. You guys need to follow me around. Everything I yeah, no, I like it. I like
that's
it.
good job.
I don't know.
Slater.
You got really good visual stuff in your background you don't even know about.
Oh,
Right?
do I?
yeah.
Oh, good.
yeah,
Oh,
it's awesome.
You got Vinny playing Elden Ring over
Ring in the back. or
Yeah.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Yeah, Elden Ring. It
Get
doesn't
it
matter.
right, Jeff.
It doesn't matter. These are the only rings
Nerd.
that I'm worried about.
Oh,
On my shirt. On my
let's
shirt,
go.
yeah.
Tell
for
the audio listeners
For the
what
audio
you're-
listeners, I'm wearing a shirt that says Raiders, and the E in Raiders is a 3, and then it's got the 3 Super Bowl logos.
Nice.
I'm trying to get around it. I'm trying to
there we go.
fat ass up here. Yeah, here we go. So the 1968 draft.
Come on.
It was a good one. It was a really good one.
Can I take a guess? That's Freddie B, right?
No, but good guess.
No.
Okay. But good guess. Who are we going to highlight?
Was he? Okay.
Can I have? Okay, let me go. My turn. Can I go?
Jeff's doing like a Miz over there. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Absolutely. So who are we highlighting? Maybe we're going to be highlighting second round pick Hall of Famer out of the University of Alabama, number 12, Ken Stabler.
let's go.
Now you're talking.
We're not going to highlight him.
Damn it.
We love
got
him.
his jersey on tonight.
Yeah, I know. What about the third round pick?
Who was it?
Hall of Famer and big fan of Swag Jeff.
Art Shell.
Art Shell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. No, we're not going to highlight him either.
Oh, dang it.
jeez.
Yeah,
Jeez, wow.
surely.
Wow.
He deserves it.
Absolutely. So surely we're going to be highlighting the fourth round pick of the 68 draft.
Okay.
He's the hero of the Heidi game, Charlie Smith.
Oh, Charlie Smith.
Yes, running back Charlie
yes.
Smith.
Nice.
No, try again. We're not going to
We're
do
going
that.
to the fifth round?
Then it's got to be the steal of the draft. The steal of that entire draft came in the 7th round.
7th. Wow.
In the 7th round when we drafted George Atkinson.
No way.
George Atkinson. No, we're not highlighting him either.
Oh my
Of
gosh.
course, that means there's only one other option it could be.
Yeah, but what a draft
What a
that was.
damn
Holy
draft.
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And maybe
Holy
the best
crap.
Ever.
the best draft of all time.
Yeah.
For any team ever.
Ever.
Yeah. We're, of course, going to be highlighting the 9th round pick in the 1968 draft at pick number 244, tight end number 82, John Eisen.
Nice job,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah. So after one of the best drafts of all time, the Raiders get another steal in the 9th round, taking John Eisen, tight end out of Florida A&M.
Nice.
So in 3 games played in silver and black, John Eason compiled 0 receptions for 0 yards and 0 touchdowns. So thank you.
I was
So
wondering
thank
why
you,
I was
John
like, I don't know
Eason,
who this guy is.
for being a part of the 1968 draft class, which was an overall a great draft. But thank you, pick 244. Absolutely.
Well done, Swag Jeff.
Absolutely.
That's awesome, dude.
What did he end up doing? Selling like cars or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Who knows? That's pretty funny.
That
man.
is
Good job,
funny.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Bolitnikoff started in 65, by the way.
65?
Oh, there
okay,
you go.
thank you.
There you
All
go.
right.
And hey, Aussie Raider Aaron is in there, who just gave 10 Australian dollars, I guess.
That's like $17,000.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It really
That
is.
is. Thank you, Aussie Raider. Aaron.
Yes, absolutely.
Read what he said there, man.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? What's up, nation? Sorry, been away for a minute, but love the show. Raiders.
Let's go. We love you, man. We
Absolutely.
appreciate you, Aussie Raider Aaron. And while we're in there, Ebony Graves with a $5 donation.
Yes.
Tornado stayed in the air, didn't touch down. We are safe family. Oh, good.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Goodness, yeah,
Keep
glad
us
to-
updated.
yeah,
We're
absolutely.
supposed to
Yeah,
get them
yeah,
next.
we're gonna be up
so.
all. Yeah, we're gonna be up all night.
Oh, yeah,
watching
it's gonna be one of those nights.
It was
yeah,
70 plus degrees here today, and it was warm, and it's we're getting all
It's
the
that-
stuff on our phones are blowing up.
It's
So
that kind of
all
time of
you-
year. It's
yep,
time of year
all
here in the
you that
South
are
and
out
everything.
there.
Yep. And so those of you that don't know, we are from California, but we took our Raider fandom just outside of Middle Tennessee, and so we got some weather coming in. I hope that if we get weather, that the power doesn't go out, because we've certainly have had that before.
We
have had
where
that before.
We've had the power go out, and we got to finish up the show off of a phone. So anyway, so hope we'll trust that the power stays on. Aussie Raider Aaron, one more in there. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, brother.
Yes.
He is risen, right? Aussie Raider with a $5 Australian money. Oh my gosh, Ramon, the $10 donation.
Hey.
What is up, Ramon, man?
Nice,
that is
dude.
awesome, man. What very, very cool. Thank you all very,
Hey.
very much.
You know, we could probably do an entire series of shows on the 68 draft.
Apparently,
Golly, all those people that he was naming.
that was awesome.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's solid.
That's crazy
Good
cool.
stuff. Good
That's
stuff.
cool.
Appreciate you, Swag Jeff. Thank you for all those donations in there. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. Silver and Blacksmith, Paul, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, of course. Kevin the Raider Nerd. What's up, Kevin the Raider Nerd? Raider Cam, Kiljadis. Nick209 is in there. Tyrone Graves is in there. Jonathan Wade, we appreciate you. That was another new name in there. Bial, Pineapple, Fargo Raider. Oh my gosh, so many of our good friends in there. We appreciate you. B. Craig is in there. Appreciate YD Raider. That was one that I had wasn't familiar. Appreciate all of you so very, very much. All right, Uncle Mosh, let's hit some contact info and then jump into the show.
I think we should do it. Woo! Hey, Raider Nation! You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murph would say it, 909-345-3346. How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast, the Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio, Insta something, Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio, the ticky-ticky-tocky-tock, TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Yeah, it was.
Too much. Good.
Oh,
nice,
fellas.
Nice.
Shit.
That was a goocher.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, so appreciate everybody in the chat. Hey,
Yes, hey, I'm going to shout out a
do it.
few.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So, Aussie Raider Aaron with another $5 donation, Australian dollars, which now that brings him to 15 American dollars. 15 US dollars.
Okay,
So, and then
thank
a
you.
couple of the new folks in the chat. B. Craig with a $2 donation.
Thank you, Craig.
Jonathan Wade with a $2 donation
you,
as well.
Jonathan.
Says only one nation, Raider Nation.
Amen, brother.
Absolutely. And then Edgar V with a $5 donation says DC4 Raider for life, baby. Loyalty at its finest.
Oh,
and then
awesome.
Raider Jack
Raider
with a
Jack.
$30 donation to the One Nation Foundation says donations going to buying us an offensive line, right? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I like what Raider Ramon said. How did you get changed, Jonathan? I wanted to donate $4.20.
That's
You
funny.
can send that too, and I'll give you my address later. Okay.
Well, we appreciate. Gosh, another one, YD Raider in there. Favorites for the draft. YD Raider, hang in there. I've got a couple of prospects that we're going to cover when we get to the draft day segment, which is going to be coming up. We've got 2 segments to get to, so that'll be the third one we're going to get to. We're going to talk about, of course, the big news about Derek Carr and his extension. But we always start off here at the top of the show by giving a little bit of respect. We don't do props. We don't do shout outs. Nothing wrong with those things, but we're a time we like to give respect.
Well, yeah.
Before you go crazy on that,
Okay.
I got some Raider stuff I want to talk about before we jump into just our normal stuff.
Okay.
But I gotta know, since I ain't going, stuff came up. You know, I can't go. What's your plans for Vegas? Are you going to talk about that?
Yeah, we got.
in the
we're
rundown?
going to do
I
that
love
when we
that.
get to draft day. Yep,
All right.
absolutely. We'll get to that. But first, before we get to that, we're going to talk about respect because we don't do props, we don't do shout outs. We like to give
Read the
respect.
rundown,
It
Mosh.
literally says
Read
my
the rundown,
ass,
Mosh.
our plans, draft day, our plans. That's okay. All right.
You know, it's so funny because
Yeah, it's right there.
this was my idea.
Yeah, to do
I
rundowns.
should have read it.
Yeah, to do rundowns. Okay. All right.
jeez.
Here we go.
Sorry.
So That's all right.
I was eating my Dominicos. I didn't have time.
You know what? Since we're at a stalled point anyway, Swag Jeff.
Kevin the Raider Nerd with a $10
crazy.
donation to the One Nation Foundation. Much respect to Rich Schmelter of the RFR Raider Flashback podcast. Love his show. He's given great respect to the 80s Raiders. See you in Vegas, Raider Nation.
Kevin, you could not have picked a more perfect time to say that because Kevin apparently can read the rundown.
Yeah, he saw that flash up there.
Because the first person I want to give respect to is Rich Schmelter. And thank you for saying those very, very kind words. Rich and I were talking a little bit over email this week, and he asked me, he's like, what's kind of the feedback of the show? And I said, well, I tell you what, I'll ask the chat room live what their thoughts are on the show. And the show we're referring to is the other one on our network. So when you follow Raiders Fan Radio on the audio version of the podcast, you get this show, the flagship show, Raiders Fan Radio, of course. But then you also get Silver and Black Flashback, which is hosted by Rich, and Rich is the author of the Raiders Encyclopedia. He's a very accomplished author and does basically he'll take something, like a cool historical moment for the Raiders or sometimes a series of events, and he'll chronicle them on this show. And right now he's doing the Raiders Cinderella season, 1980, first team to ever win the Super Bowl as a wild card. And he did the regular season in 2 parts, and part 2 is out right now. So definitely go check that out. You can find the podcast just by searching for Raiders Fan Radio and look for Silver and Black Flashback. And I wanted to give Rich respect because not only does he turn in a show for us every single week, but they're great. The content is fantastic. Rich is an amazing presenter and host, and we just really value his contributions to the Raiders Fan Radio family here. And so thank you, Rich, and much respect, my friend. All right.
And can I give a quick respect to Aaron the Q-Dog Raider in the chat, a $12 donation. He said that the donations could go to...
F to the E to the R to the R to the E to the L to the L. It ain't furl.
And John Abrams buyout funding.
Oh, how about this, though? I got a feeling that of that first rounder, or those first rounders, maybe Josh Jacobs is the only one that sees his option get picked up, because I got a feeling our buddy Klee and our buddy Jonathan Abram, as much as we love him, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And so speaking of that donation, I just want to say, I don't know if we've ever had this much at the top of the show. We've already got over $100 at the top of the show for the One Nation Foundation.
And tell them what the One Nation Foundation does, Jeff.
It's a nonprofit organization that the three of us in this room started right here. And so, so it goes to a bunch of different Raider-related charities. Primarily, we donate to the Biletnikoff Foundation, which every October we go to the Crab Fest and present a big check to Fred and Trey I'm sorry, what's his wife's name?
Angela.
I'm sorry, yeah. And so and they do it big, man. And there's Mark Davis is there every year, and there's a bunch of players. We got to meet Rich Bisaccia there last year. Yeah. All that stuff. It's just a really fun time. Well, and LaMonica.
Ray Chester, Rod Martin. What an incredible.
Art Shell, your best friend.
A star-studded lineup. But
Tom Flores. I mean,
it's been fun.
It's been amazing. And so anyways, all that money goes directly to those foundations and those charities. And so thank you so very, very much. We give 100% of that money away. And we're looking to, so our first year we gave to Biletnikoff, we gave $2,000. This year we gave $4,000. Sure would be nice to put an 8 on the front of the check this year.
And it's not, and let me emphasize that that's not the only place we go.
Oh, totally.
I mean, we have given money to Kenny King's mom when she was sick. We gave money to the XOXO Foundation.
Yep.
We gave money to that. What was that little guy's name that we helped out? The little Cody feller.
The Greater Youth Sports Association.
The Greater Youth Sports Association. I mean, we've done a lot that are football related, Raider related, and it's something that's just been on our hearts, and we just love it. We're just going to keep going with it. It's fun.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. And so your board of directors, you're looking at them, are the three of us, and we're going to welcome in, I think for next year, at least later this year, Jeff's wife Chris, and then our good buddy Jeff Murphy from Domenico.
But for right now, it's
Murph, Swag, Jeff, and who's the third guy?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You're looking at the three. So anyway, all right, let's get into some more of respect. I want to respect everybody that's in the opening of our video. So for those of you watching on the YouTube, there's a new opening. It's the same music and everything, but as far as all the pictures that flash up, we feature people that are wearing our gear, that are wearing Raiders Fan Radio shirts or the Get Made shirts, the old school like Sonny and Murph ones. There's some in there. There's all kinds of cool pictures of listeners and supporters of this show. And I came across a handful of pictures of people that are like made of the made men around here and weren't in the thing. And so I added back in now. Paul is in there. Running Bear is in there. Sugar Shane is in there. And so we appreciate you three guys and appreciate you by giving you much respect. But also in there, and this is not an inclusive list here, but Capo's in there, Ron's in there, Big Raider Trucker, Pete, Ruben, Louie, Big Easy, Splatterhead, Michelle, Lamont, Music City Raider Nation, Houston Raider Steve, Jay, Chris, Colin, Ted, the main guy are in there, Monster Mash Ken, Ramon, like there's all kinds of our good friends in there.
Totally.
And so for those of you on the YouTubes that get to watch that video, that's some of, Splatterhead. I don't know if I mentioned Splatterhead. Some of people that have been around this show a long time, and you hear us reference them constantly.
Yeah.
If you want to see who they are, just look at our opening video.
Well, and if you want to get into the opening video, meet us in Vegas.
Meet us in Vegas.
We'll take a couple pictures.
Absolutely.
Wait, we can't talk about that yet till we get to that. Read the rundown.
Okay, let me. Can we? We can't talk about one more thing though before I get to the last bit of respect, and this is self-indulgent, but again, all this money is going to go to the foundation. Jeff, if someone does want to pick up some Raiders Fan Radio gear and wear it and send us a picture, where can they find our gear at?
Just go to RaidersFanRadio.com/gear and click the T-shirt, and it brings you right to our TeePublic page where you can get all the old school logos, the brand new ones, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So check that out, and we appreciate you. And again, any of the money that we make from TeePublic, all that goes right on into the foundation. That's why I don't feel bad about kind of peddling our wares around here.
Speaking of logos,
yeah.
Did you tell them about the Tiki Tiki Talk Talk, the one that you guys just did?
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
I did not see that on here.
Yep. We're going to get to that in the Sea of Pendejos, which is our new favorite segment. We're going to talk about that. All right, so last bit of respect I want to get to here before we move on.
Damn it. You should tell me what these things mean, because I was looking. I had a thought, and I go, check it.
Great minds, at least. We're always on the same track, that's for sure. All right, last little bit of respect. I want to give respect to the legendary coach, John Madden.
Absolutely.
John Madden would have been 86 on April 10th. So a heavenly birthday there for Coach Madden. But we just always an excuse to give respect to Coach. We will definitely do that. And we want to do that by playing his Hall of Fame speech. So I'm going to play his Hall of Fame speech. We're going to end on that, Mosh, then hit an audio break. Okay. And then we're going to jump into the news today. The big news about Derek Carr signing his extension.
It's been a great ride, and I want to thank everyone who's been along for any part of it. And speaking of great rides, I was lucky enough to be carried off the field after we won Super Bowl 11. Now, I was told it took like 5 or 6 guys to lift me up, and then they dropped me. But that's okay, because that was me and that was them. I mean, they aren't going to carry me off like, some guy that belonged to the carry. I mean, you carry him off for a while, boom, you dump him. I'm down the ground. But it was the happiest moment of my life. And today feels like the second time in my life that I'm being carried off the shoulders of others. Yet instead of off the field, it's into the Hall of Fame. And instead of 5 or 6 guys, today I ride in the shoulders of hundreds of friends, coaches, players, colleagues, family. And I just say this, I thank you all very much. And this has been the sweetest ride of them all. Thank you.
That's been years since I heard that. That's good.
So good.
That's really good.
Hey, what's up? It's Brockman from The Rich Eisen Show.
And it's Del Tufo from The Rich Eisen Show.
You're listening to Murph and Mosh on Raiders Fan Radio. Yes!
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins as long as it's the Raiders.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody in the chat room tonight. Tyrone Graves with a $5 donation. Thank you for that, my friend. But don't like to hear this news. He says, we watch the show on the TV. Got another wave of severe weather going to hit. Got to keep the weather on. Twister just touched down east of us. We'll say, stay safe. And don't watch us. Certainly take care of you and your family. We know you will. And,
That's right.
And hope everything is okay out your way. All right. So let's talk about this extension. The big news that came down today. Derek Carr. All right, so I'm going to give you from the perspective of three reporters that we got respect for around here. There are a handful that we don't have respect for. We're going to cover one of those even tonight too. But as far as three guys that you can trust, we'll always give you the good news, the straight news, the skinny, as the kids say. On the Raiders, one is Tom Pelissero from NFL Network. Derek Carr's $40.5 million new money average on his new 3-year contract extension with the Raiders puts him 5th amongst quarterbacks and makes him the 7th member of the $40 million club. All right. You guys want to take a shot at who the others are in the $40 million club?
Well, let's go with the easy ones right off the bat.
Okay.
Tom.
No, Tom is not. Tom takes discounts because Giselle makes all their money.
Tom was never in the $40 million club?
Never. Nope.
Okay, are these active players or are these former players?
These are guys are all active right now.
Active right now?
Yep.
Okay, well, it's got to be, what's his butt in Green Bay?
Yes, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. There's one.
Russ?
No, Russ is not.
He didn't get that?
No. You guys, what's the big offseason story in terms of quarterbacks? Cleveland Browns sold their souls. For
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Mahomes, of course.
There you go. The $1 billion contract, right?
Yep.
And Mahomes. The last three might be a little harder.
Matt Ryan.
No, good question or good guess. It's another Matt.
Oh, Stafford.
Stafford. There you go. Stafford.
Jeez.
And then you got two left.
He's in the $40 million club, Stafford
$40 million
is?
club, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, the Rams have all the money. Yep, absolutely. All right.
Let's see.
The most controversial one is the one in Texas.
Oh, Dak.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, yeah.
What about, what's his face make? Kirk Cousins.
No, it's not Kirk. Although
But
at
he's
the time,
close, right?
Well,
He's
at the
close.
time he was on the list. He was big time when he first signed his. Yeah.
Okay.
This one was surprising to me though, and we should know this, but it's Josh Allen.
Oh,
in
duh.
Buffalo.
Duh.
It's Josh Allen. Yeah. So there you go. So Derek Carr joins a pretty elite company there and becomes the 7th member of the $40 million club. Now, everybody goes, oh my gosh, it's so much money. It's so much money for Derek Carr.
No.
All the Carr haters out there screaming from the rooftops because the average annual value is so high. Listen, hater, it's about cap percentage. It has nothing to do with, it could be $80 million. It doesn't matter. What is that number in relative to the salary cap? That's where it makes sense. And so Derek Carr's number is only about 20% of the salary cap, which a lot of these players that we just rattled off are like 25% of the salary cap. So it makes perfect sense for where the Raiders assigned him. And it was a good deal for the team, and it was clearly good for Carr too. This comes from Ian Rappaport, who we're going to hear from in a minute. The Raiders and star quarterback Derek Carr have agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $121.5 million, the source said. The agreement ties Carr to the Vegas Raiders through the 2025 season. He is already the longest tenured quarterback in the AFC. Mm-hmm. Very, very cool there for Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of not surprising because he's been around for a hot minute now. But when you think about all the studs that are in the AFC, and especially with Tom leaving, yeah, he's the guy. That it now comes down to Derek Carr as the longest tenured player. In all, Derek Carr is set to earn $141.3 million over 4 years. This is according to Mike Garofalo, who's probably one of my favorites. This guy's hilarious. With $100 million of it coming over the next 3 years. The deal also includes a no-trade clause.
Yeah.
Raiders can't trade him. He's going to be a Raider for life.
Well, then quit talking about it. Now what are we going to talk about? So here's like a quick summary of what the Raiders have done this offseason with the 4 most high-profile players anyways. Derek Carr, $121 million over 3 years. Devontae Adams, $142 million over 5 years. Max Crosby, 98.98, which is the best. Love that.
98.98 over 4 years. And Chandler Jones, $51 million over 3 years. The Raiders are throwing bags around. Oh my gosh. Mosh, you hadn't been here since all this free agency stuff has gone down. How do you feel about not only this Carr commitment now, but with those other 3 players that I mentioned along with Carr, the Raiders are making massive commitments to really, really good football players.
It's about time. That's my opinion. It's about time. Okay, so in one of the openers, you go out, you get good coaches, then you get good players, then you just win, baby. Okay. So Mark does it a little bit different. Okay, you go out, you get a new stadium. You hire coaches and players that screw up, then you pay your people. Okay, that's all right. It's a little different take, but come on, you got it, spend it. You can't take it with you, brah.
Can't take it with you. And listen, Raider fan, anyone the critical, and isn't yours to spend? Like, who cares? Like,
who cares?
That's the stuff to me that just cracks me up, doesn't it? You, Jeff? It's just like when people get like critical, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're paying that guy that much money. Oh. Yeah, like what does it matter to you?
Right, yeah, you're not paying any of it.
You're not paying any of it? Who do you care?
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to see them, they're building their core. And, for all these people that are going, oh, Derek Carr, I don't know, why is he making that much? Let's remember that Josh McDaniels wanted his ass last year in New England. So, of course, he's going to pay the man.
Yep.
And what do you think? They weren't going to pay him pretty much whatever he wanted? They just signed his best friend, Devontae Adams.
And exactly, Jeff. And what has he said from the beginning? I will play for the Raiders or I won't play.
Well, and I don't know if I'm going to steal anyone's thunder.
Probably, but go for it.
But I saw a clip today, and he said, I told my agent, I'm going to play for the Raiders or I'm going to play golf.
I love that.
And that's what he said. He goes.
I haven't heard that one yet.
I'm a Raider for life.
Amen.
I will wear the silver and black, or I'll wear the silver and black on a golf course.
Right on.
I'm
dude.
a Raider.
That's awesome. That's look. How do you not get behind that?
Yeah,
you gotta get behind that. All right. Listen, but with all those complimentary things that we heard from those reporters, and obviously the complimentary nature of what we feel around here, and I think most people would agree. This was a great deal for the Raiders. It was a great deal for Derek Carr. It keeps him and Devontae Adams together, at least the potential for it through the rest of their contracts. Then we'll see where we end up. So I think that there's not really a critical point to be made around this unless you're Mike effing Florio from Pro Football Talk.
Oh, my God.
He's motherfucking peanut butter and jealous.
What is there to be jealous of?
Is hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because we ain't us? What the does an anus have to do with this?
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's not what it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They hate us because we is us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Stop saying that.
Hate us because they ain't us.
They don't hate us because they ain't us. They don't hate us because
I'm
they ain't
used
us.
to it. They hate us because they ain't us.
That's the freaking best.
All right.
That kills me every time.
So here's what Mike Florio had to say. All right. The headline, Derek Carr gets only $24.9 million guaranteed. That's an actual headline on this fool's website.
Really?
Derek Carr gets only 24.9 guaranteed because some of these other contracts have had these exorbitant numbers, especially like Deshaun Watson, where like all 200 and some odd million of it were guaranteed. So we've gone now to the point to where we are criticizing a player for only getting $25 million in guaranteed money. Now, if he would actually draw some context into his reporting and not just be a hater asshole, he would recognize the idea of exactly what Jeff just said. He's playing for the team that he grew up rooting for.
Yep.
He's in a place where he wants to be. He gets to play now with his best friend. Like, he doesn't want more than that. Here's an idea for you, Mike. Guess what, dude? Like, people will actually make decisions that don't revolve around money. And being in the sports profession, you ought to welcome that. This ought to be celebrated, that this guy didn't chase the freaking bag of money. Thank God he didn't. Like, you never, like I say it all the time on this show or anywhere else. If you want to know what the answer is in the NFL, you follow the money. When you get to the money, there's the answer to your question. Not, oops, I'm throwing my freaking stuff around. Not according to Derek Carr, not even to Devontae Adams. These guys have taken deals where they actually left money on the table. But this idiot goes on to say, The early tweets trumpet quarterback Derek Carr's extension is having a new money average of $40 million per year. As usual, the truth comes out later. Per a source with knowledge of the terms, the Raiders have basically given Carr a $3.9 million raise for 2022 and a significant injury guarantee for 23 and beyond, in exchange for the flexibility to cut him after one season, if they choose. Carr was due to make $21 million in 2022, the last year of his contract. Now he'll only make $24.9 guaranteed. Another $40 is guaranteed for injury until the third day of the waiver period. Although it's generally regarded that triggers based on the early days of the waiver period won't result in a player being released, the Raiders have the right to do it. And if they decide after 1 year to move on to someone else, they'll be able to dump Carr if he's healthy and move on. A full breakdown of the contract is coming. For now, the truth is fairly obvious. Other than you're a effing moron, it's not the kind of deal that other high-end quarterbacks have recently gotten.
So,
people wonder why we hate this guy.
Q-Dog doesn't. Q-Dog says DC4 is guaranteed $24 million more than Mike Florio.
There you go. Amen. Amen.
Dude, come on. Like, isn't that the tone, the condescending nature of it drives me nuts, Swaggo.
Yeah, but do you expect anything different at this point?
No, but it still pisses me
Well,
off.
of course it pisses you off. It pisses me off too, but I mean, you got to I mean, what else do you expect? He ain't going to flip a switch. He's always going to hate on the Raiders no matter what. No matter how awesome our offseason is, they're going to find the thing to be like, well, they didn't give him this, so they're still not all in on the guy.
You know, Swaggy, it's just, watching Murph quote Florio, it's like saying to your ex, and you know another thing, I always thought you were fat. Because you know, all those years I told you look good, you were a pig, bitch. Because here you are, knowing this is going to trigger you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Holy hell.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but it was.
I don't know if we can say that.
That's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, Mosh, that's hilarious.
It's the truth, Florida. Nobody gets you wound like those guys do.
Oh, I hate that guy. Oh, like Happy Gilmore. Oh, I hate that Bob Barker.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Oh my gosh, stupid Florio. All right. So listen. So this locks up. Okay, this. Wild West Raiders is so glad I caught an Uncle Mosh episode. Tyrone Graves says, whoa, Uncle Mosh. Paul says, Mosh is definitely back.
Yep.
Running Bear says, I missed Uncle Mosh the goat. Oh, my gosh, so funny. All right, so listen, with this move, oh, my gosh, I'm sweating. My glasses are all fucked.
Here at the top of the show, we're back to Raider Talk.
All right, here we go. So, Aaron says, good. Murph's anger makes him stronger. Gives him focus. Chronicles of the Black Holes chanting, Mosh, Mosh, Mosh. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to get out the anti-fog wipes here. All right, so listen, we made this big commitment to Derek Carr, has been highlighted on numerous shows that don't involve Mike Florio. The Raiders are being heralded as being a team that, look, we're going to be contenders this year. There's no doubt it, man, that the Raiders are going to be at the top of the list in terms of teams that compete in the AFC. And so, listen, we're gonna hear in a second. We're gonna hear from our buddy Rich Eisen and the Rich Eisen Show, and he's going to talk about where he thinks the Raiders are going to fall. But I also, before we get to that, I want to feature some sound bites from the Pat McAfee Show. Now, Pat is becoming one of my new favorites. So Pat
He's awesome, man.
He's going to legend status real quick in terms of this show that he's doing, his sports show, but also being wrestling guys. Dude, his match at WrestleMania might have been the best match of the weekend. Dude,
I'm telling you,
amazing.
Was about maybe the top 3 best selling of the Stone Cold Stunner that I've ever seen.
Oh, so good. It's
so unbelievable.
It's
unbelievable.
It's like him and Rock.
Yeah.
Like 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, Pat McAfee is fantastic.
And Stone Cold broke character and talked about what a good guy he was to wrestle. Did you see that?
No, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about
Stone Cold, he went on and said, what a great match. He said this guy was, it was a joy to wrestle him or something like that. It was
Really?
yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So Pat's legit,
awesome.
man. Pat's awesome. And so, we're going to feature more and more audio from that show to go along with the likes of Rich Eisen.
Especially when he takes shots at people.
I'm just going to leave that one on the table. And all right, and let's get into the.
It's not code A through D.
All right, let's get into this extension here. Pat, talk to Ian Rappaport.
Let's move on, though. Derek Carr just signed for a $121.5 million extension with the Las Vegas Raiders. Is that actual money or is that just the overall worth? Because we saw J.C. Treader of the NFLPA putting out a tweet saying, hey, boys, the time is now. Let's get some guaranteed money in these contracts. What do you think is happening with that deal? And did the Raiders always want to extend Derek Carr, or did Josh McDaniels have to watch film and feel him out first?
No, I think Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, the coach and GM, have always been fans of Derek Carr. This seems like a million years ago, but last offseason, when the Patriots didn't have a quarterback and we were wondering, was Gruden going to move on from Derek Carr? The Patriots were interested. They wanted him. And then Josh McDaniels, finally takes a job after like 8 years, took this job for a lot of reasons, but Derek Carr was one of them, because this was a quarterback that he can win with and that he has always liked. So as soon as he took the job, extending Derek Carr was always something that he and Dave Ziegler wanted to do. And then there were some other things that came up, like the Davante Adams trade and, of course, the Davante Adams money. So it kind of got slid a little bit, but this has always been a priority. And I think for Derek Carr, who dealt with a lot of stuff from John Gruden, not all of it good, including Gruden seemingly flirting with every quarterback around, this is a really cool moment for Derek Carr, because now he's done.
Yeah, and he's got his guy from college back on the team. And they've invested money all over the roster, in the head coach, in a house on the highest hill in the desert. Mark Davis is living out there. Good for Las Vegas, good for Derek.
Yeah.
Now the AFC West is quite a problem. Can't wait to see how it is handled.
All right, so there we go. The AFC West is going to be quite a problem. And so now let's move on and check in with our buddy Rich Eisen, who not only thinks that the Raiders are going to finish respectable in the division, I won't steal his thunder, but then also that the Raiders could be one of the top contenders in the AFC.
I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders to win the division.
Come on.
Right now. Yes, sir.
There you go.
I am going in with the Raiders right now. I think they're, believe it or not, and I know Russell Wilson is in Denver. I think they're the most improved team so far right now in the division. I will say that. Davante Adams is a Raider, folks. And I know they lost Zay Jones, but Davante Adams and Carr and Waller and Josh Jacobs and, First and Renfro, that's a hell of an offense for Josh McDaniels to come into and Josh McDaniels to figure pieces out. And instead of trading away Derek Carr, they're like, we're going to surround you. And we're going to have Max Crosby on one end, and we're getting Chandler Jones at 100 career sacks on the other end.
Amen.
And we're going to make sure we get Mahomes and Russ and Herbert down on the turf. I'm just going to go right now, and we'll see the way that they figure out. There's not much draft when you trade what you traded for Davante Adams right off at the top. And I like it. Right now, the autumn wind is a pirate. And I know it's a hot take, and I'm leaving Denver out of your top five. And I'm going with everybody else in the AFC West. And I just thought about it. You got to hunt, and you got to score. And they can go hunt, and they can score. Davante Adams is in the AFC West, and the guy who he's with is a guy who he calls his brother, and they have a sixth sense from college. I kind of dig it.
I love it, man. So Rich's list goes like this. He's got the Bengals at 1, the Bills at 1, Bengals at 2, Raiders at 3, Chargers at 4, Chiefs at 5.
What?
That's his list of the best teams in the AFC, not the division, Mosh. The entirety of the AFC. Pretty legit.
That is legit.
Flaggo, what you think about that?
Yeah, well, you ask. We have a text group with some of the made men, and YO Raider said, "Well, I think he was off by a couple. I think Raiders need to be on the top of that list." But I mean, the Bengals are the defending AFC champs. So you got to have them up there, and the Bills probably should be Super Bowl champs. That crazy ass game that they played in the playoffs.
Right.
But I like it. We always thrive being the underdog. We always love being the underdog. Okay, go on. Hate on us. We love it. But, with a guy like Rich Eisen, I like it. Give us a little
kind of nice to
love.
be at the top of the list, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, I like
why not us?
Why? That exactly right.
Why not us? Look at what we've done.
Amen, dude.
Well, it's I always like I prefer to be a number 3 spot. If you're gonna have to be ranked, it's better to be ranked number 3. Number 1, you're always looking over your shoulder. Number 2, you're like, why aren't we number 1? Number 3 is let's go get them.
Oh, nice.
I like it. I like it.
Heck yeah, man. Love it. So anyways, appreciate the comments, not only from Pat McAfee, but Rich Eisen. We love those guys. And we got a new sound bite on the board, speaking of the Rich Eisen show.
And what's the other guy's name?
Oh, my God.
He was
Compton.
Oh, Will Compton. Right.
Nice.
Nice. Well, speaking of some of our favorite shows, do you see the Good Morning Football crew? You see what they did a little they did a little bit on their show.
Talk about it.
Where they did like a draft of teams of who they thought would win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And so it was Peter Schrager, it was Michael Robinson, Kay, and Kyle Brandt. And so Peter Schrager got the first pick. So it was Schrager, Michael Robinson, Kay, and then Kyle.
Okay.
And so they went through all 32 teams and did like a snake draft.
Okay.
Right.
And Kyle had a pick at number 4, and he picked the Raiders in the first round.
Let's go,
Nice.
The
KB.
first round.
Nice.
Thanks, KB.
I should have put him in respect.
You should have put him in respect.
We'll get it
Nice.
next week.
We'll get him next week. Appreciate
we'll get
you.
him next time.
Give him right after we make Greg.
It's true.
All right, Mosh.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby,
Shut
who
up.
forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Hi, this is AJ Cole from the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Just win, baby.
This is Trent Sig, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murph, Swag Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Just win, baby.
So before we jump into the next segment, I do want to give respect to Jonathan Wade with another $2 donation. Says for all those bleeding silver and black.
Let's go.
And then Pineapple with a $10 donation. Says still laughing at Uncle Mosh's remarks. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome, man. So appreciate you also very much. Those kind
and there's a ton of people in the chat.
Yeah, shout them out.
Yeah, we got OG Daniels in there, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Jonathan Wade, Tyrone Graves, Paul. Matthew Mangus is in there. Fargo is in there. Let's see. Cool Kev is in there. Let's see. Foxy Scorpio's in there. Jack Kenna. Ebony Graves. Let's see.
Chronicles of the Black Hole. Jason Thomas.
Raider Gears and Threads is in there. Let's see.
Jason Thomas says, Murph, I'm going to send you guys a custom sweatshirt. Throw me your sizes. Jason, shoot me an email, Murph at RaidersFanRadio.com. That's MURF at RaidersFanRadio.com.
Yes.
And we will definitely do that. I could tell you we're a XXL, a XL, and a large.
Nah, I'm a 2X. Sorry.
XXL.
A 1X, a 2X, and
Jason
a 3X.
Thomas, I'll give you my personal number if you're going to send us swag.
Well, I'm a no X. I'm just an L. But yes, but send us an email though. That way we can give you address and all that. We'll be glad. Anytime.
Jason.
Yes, thank you. And people send us stuff very thankfully,
and we wear it.
Yeah, we're not lobbying for things, but I'm thankful for things that do get sent to us. Like if you look at Mosh's camera here, over his shoulder, those are all the different booster clubs that have sent us stuff. So we take we wear the shirts on the show, and then we mount them up, and we proudly display them here in the fan cave. And then everything behind me here, most of this stuff you see behind me is things that are sent from listeners, and so we appreciate you. And even like this thing, I'm holding up Lil Murph here to the camera, though. That's the action figure that was made. We got stuff all over the place, and so Ron made some things, Paul made some things,
Michelle made the ship,
Michelle, Scarlett. I mean, we've got some incredible things that folks have sent us. So absolutely send us whatever, and we will be glad to wear that proudly. All right, so let's jump into some draft day plans. Mosh talked about it there at the top of the show about what our plans were. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're flying in. Me and Jeff are flying in on Thursday, the 28th, and first thing in the morning.
Yes.
And we're going to kind of compose ourselves and drop our bags off at the hotel. And then we're going to head to the Rockstar. Well, probably play
Okay,
craps.
wait. Let me ask you questions. Let me do it this way.
Okay.
What are you flying in?
When?
Yeah.
I don't know. When do we land? 8 a.m.?
Yeah, like
So
8:10.
Yeah.
Am I taking you guys to the airport?
Sure.
Okay.
Probably.
So 8 a.m., you arrive in Vegas.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to drop your bags. You both, you're staying at the Vidara.
Yes.
He's staying at the...
I'm at Mandalay.
He's at the Mandalay. You guys are going to drop your stuff, and then you're going to meet up where? Probably...
Aria?
Probably at the Aria.
Probably.
Okay, so you'll be at the...
Or no, I'll come to you. Because
we're going to go to the...
We're going to go to Rockstar Bar, which is on the south side of town. So I'll just come.
Okay, so
we'll
you're
go to
gonna-
We're also,
Mandalay.
and we're going to Allegiant Stadium.
So you're going to hang out at the Mandalay. You guys are probably going to meet up Mandalay by 10.
Sure.
At the
At the
Mandalay,
latest.
and then get a cocktail, get a drink, and then walk over
Or
to
7,
Allegiant,
yeah.
or 7, and then walk over to the Allegiant Stadium till about noon or 1, and then go find some place to gamble on the Strip. Probably back at Mandalay Bay. We like to gamble there.
Yeah, drop your gear because Jeff's going to buy a suitcase full of swag.
He's going to drop his stuff, so you'll probably be at the Mandalay for a couple of hours in the afternoon.
Yep.
Won't be hard to find. You'll have your phones with you.
Yep.
And then you're going to head to the Rockstar Bar. What
Yes.
time you going to go to the Rockstar Bar, pending a good roll on the tables?
We'll be there at no later than 2 o'clock. We'll be there probably 10 to 2.
So 2-ish or so?
2. We'll be at
2-ish
Rockstar Bar.
At the Rockstar Bar. And where is the Rockstar Bar located?
On the south end of the Strip. Just a short cab ride. All you got to do is say, take me to the Rockstar Bar.
Okay, and that's south end of the Strip, so
South
it's
end of the
down
Strip.
there by the Mandalay.
Yeah, it's just
Down-
a handful of minutes in a cab from Mandalay.
Okay, awesome. So, and the plan is to stay there for how long?
Probably till about 4-ish.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Is
And
it
then we'll-
close to a casino?
Well, it's Vegas. Yeah, so I mean,
everything's close to a casino in Vegas. Yeah. So Rockstar Bar till about 4-ish.
And then we're headed downtown to go be at the draft stage.
Okay. What time you plan on? You guys going to eat in between then, right?
Well, we have Rockstar Bar, yeah.
You got to
Huh?
get some dinner in there,
Yeah.
and then you're going to go down. And where is the draft?
It's at Bellagio, right, Jeff? Is where the draft stage is at?
Okay,
Yes.
which is just another $10 ride down, cab ride.
Right.
To the Bellagio. Okay.
Yes.
Big stage set up there.
Yep.
Is it outdoors?
Yes. It's
Okay.
on the fountains, right?
So it's all.
Isn't
Yeah,
that where
you
the-
were there.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been there a bunch.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, so it's at Bellagio.
He's talking about where the
outdoors.
draft stage is at.
So they're going to have the stage set up on the fountains. That'll be
think so. Somewhere like something like
Well,
that.
they did that at the NHL All-Star game this past
Okay, right.
yeah, like
So
a couple
there's,
months ago.
if anybody's driving, there's ample parking. It's best to just take a cab. It's so much simpler.
Take a cab.
And we go cabs. We don't do Ubers. We don't do Lyfts. Nothing wrong with that. But cabs is the quickest, and the fares are there, and it's spelled out, and it's a quick and easy way to do it. So you're going to get there. It starts at what time? 7 p.m.
I think I don't even
Western time.
I think so. I don't even know. Now,
Okay.
now we're getting to the part of the night where because we don't have a first round pick. So we hadn't talked
We're
about.
just gonna show up
We're just
whenever,
going to show up
probably.
whenever
So it's
and do
just
whatever.
going to
yeah.
be just hanging out and just chilling and maybe a little gambling. And
But you know,
and-
I'm going to tell you, if you're wearing silver and black that night, you better be cheering for pick 22.
Explain.
Because that's the Devontae Adams pick.
Let's go.
yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right on. So the first night will probably go till about 10 or so. It was I think it was 10, 10:30, 11.
Oh yeah,
or something.
I'll be in bed by 10:01.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
AM
yeah,
the
right.
following day.
And
Don't judge.
And then from so 9, 10 o'clock. you're walking distance from the Bellagio, just through that little tunnel to the Vidara where you're staying. You guys will be on the craps tables by 11 o'clock. And probably
at Aria,
probably from 11 to 11.
Yes, if it's an early night.
And I know the room you're staying in, there is an actual pull-out bed. So if Swaggy doesn't make it back to Mandalay Bay, he can be found at the Vidaria with you.
I hope there's no stalkers. I don't know if we've had one yet, but.
Well, we've just given the run now, this is all subject to change. It's Vegas.
And as soon as we know what room we're going to be staying in, we'll let you guys know that as well.
I've got personal phone numbers if anybody needs it. No, but yeah, that's so folks want to meet up. There it is.
But that's the whole point, though, and most importantly, meet us at the Rockstar Bar at 2:00.
Yeah.
In fact, I just emailed those folks today and let them know that we were coming, and so Rockstar Bar 2 p.m. On draft day. Come link up with us, and that'll be pre-17 gin and tonics and an 8-hour run at the crab table. So that'd be a great time for us to all meet. All right. So appreciate all of you that are going to join us down there. I know Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. I know Kevin the Raider Nerd. So many of our good friends are going to be down there, and so hope to see you down there as well. All right. So let's get into a little bit of let's go draft memory here. This is something that I saw come up this week, and it showed up on Raiders.com. And we're going to play this, and then we're going to get into the next segment. We're going to talk about what some of Josh McDaniels' statements have been around some of the offseason moves. But let's check in with good friend of the show, a guy we've rubbed elbows with a handful of times now in real life, and that's not a name drop. Frank Sinatra told me don't ever do that. But this is just just one of our favorite people in Raider Nation.
Absolutely.
He's the absolute best storyteller in all of sports, let alone Raider Nation. Let's check in with the draft story of one legendary Phil Villapiano.
When the Raiders drafted me, hey, my whole goal of my life came true. I go to the Senior Bowl, opening kickoff, I'm running down the field, I go right into the wedge, the guy sticks up his elbow, this big guy, bam, right in my eye. I couldn't see, I'm like, oh man, I get up, come to the sideline, and he goes, hey Phil, we got no backups. I said, don't worry about me, I can play. I went wacky that day, and I made all these tackles. Al Davis, he met me after the game, he waited for me, and he came up to me and said, nice game, Villapiano. And I never could forget that voice or that smile or his hair. It was pretty cool, but I think he liked because I got the black eye, I looked like the Raider with the patch. And then came draft day. I invited all my buddies to come to my place. I bought the beer, I bought the subs, I bought everything. It started like 9 o'clock in the morning. By noon, I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's break out the beer. My mother called like 3 times. Philip, are you going to call us or whatever? I said, Mom, I'm waiting on the call. Stop calling me. It was about 7 o'clock. Phone rings, and I get on the phone with Ron Wolf, and I said, Ron, can I ask you a question? What round? He goes, oh, second. And I said, what took so long? He goes, well, back in those days, there was no rules about half hour or 15 minutes and all that stuff. They just took as long as they wanted to take. So when they said second round, Oakland Raiders, wow, that was beautiful. I had seen the Raiders play. I loved the way they played. I loved their colors. But to get drafted there, never even thought about it. It ended up perfect.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than 6th-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
I appreciate all of you joining us tonight in the chat so very, very much. My favorite comment of the night is one Chris Wood, who is Mrs. Swag, says Jeff will not be buying a briefcase full of stuff.
Did she really say that?
Yeah, she really said that.
She really said that.
And then Matthew Mangus is digging me in a hole. He goes, if you blatantly disrespect your wife and come home with stuff, she'll kill you. And then my wife is like, thanks, Matthew. You're my dog. I appreciate it. I'm like, the hell? Damn it, Matthew.
That's amazing.
Matthew, there's a bro code. We got to talk.
Oh, that's amazing. It's appreciating Chris joining us in there, of course, and Quentin also, Raider Gears and Threads, Raider Critique, Matthew Mangus, Chevy Silver Raider, Paul, Kiljadis, Jason Thomas, Jonathan Wade, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, so many of our good friends. Tyrone Graves is in there. Trinidad is in there. We appreciate you very, very much. So real quick, I said I would do it earlier. We're starting to run a little bit short on time, but I do want to at least hit this. Someone asked earlier about some draft prospects. Well, it's kind of tough to start, drawing up where we think the Raiders might end, where they might end up going in the third round, because it's hard enough to pick the first round, let alone pick the first two and then get down to the Raiders in the third and figure out where they might go. But I think to give you an idea, at least if I had to pick where I think they might go, it's got to be. I'll give you two. I'll give you one on the defensive side of the ball, one on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, I'll give you a guy, group of five guy from Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, and that is Percy Butler. So he is a 6 foot, 194 pound safety that's got great range and top end speed. The guy runs like a 4.36, and he's an absolute rock star when it comes to playing special teams. So you bring in a guy in the third round, he can contribute on teams right away.
Yeah.
And then maybe you develop him in to a starting player. I think that's kind of, again, I'm not saying that that's the guy or whatever, I'm predicting anything, whatever. I'm saying, but like that's an idea of the type of player that the Raiders could be looking at. Pro Football Focus graded him at a 77 defensive grade for all of his years in college and a 90 on special teams. So the guy can contribute right away. So I think we're looking at something like that. And then on the offensive side of the ball, if we want to fill out that wide receiver room, you could look at someone like Justin Ross out of Clemson. Justin was a highly productive player in college. I don't know if you remember that national championship game, but or that national championship year for Clemson. Dude was like a 1,000-yard receiver, caught a bunch of touchdown passes, like all kinds of stuff. Had a spinal injury that kind of derailed him in his college career a little bit. But he's 6'4", 205, not a super fast guy, but an awesome red zone target. Plus, he's a Clemson guy, and we
love Clemson.
We love Clemson guys. So I'm just saying that, a player that might have a question around him because of an injury, those are the kind of guys you might take a shot on in the third round or the fourth round, right? And see if they can develop and because you never know, you can't judge a player that's been hurt, right?
Right.
I think those are the kind of players you're going to be looking at. So again, that's just kind of where my mind's going. Is that you're looking at a depth player. Could we go offensive line in the third round? It's possible. I think that when we get the June 1st designations and we get that newfound salary cap open up, I think you might see the Raiders make a move in free agency to sign somebody to kind of round that thing out. So anyways, just wanted to kind of put a stamp on that in terms of the draft and kind of where the Raiders might go with it. All right, so.
Hey, before we move on, Jack Kenna has asked several times in the chat that he's asking about Carr's extension. What kind of money, if it freed up any money for free agency this season?
So that's a great question. We don't know yet.
We won't know.
We don't know yet because unless it's come on since we've gotten into
till the rest of the contracts are worked.
Yeah, well, since we start doing show prep, relatively, as soon as our workday ends, we jump right into show prep, and then we do that up until the time we do the show, and now we're on the air, Jack. I don't know unless that news has come out, but I know that earlier when the contract was announced, the details of the contract had not been revealed yet. Mm-hmm. I can tell you this: with 29 or 20. According to Florio, only $24.9 million guaranteed. With only that amount guaranteed and the rest of it amortized out over the contract, it's not a very big cap hit, which means if it's $24.9 guaranteed, it means it's probably guaranteed in year one, or it's amortized over a 2-year period. Either way, it isn't a lot. And so after the June 1st designation, where the Raiders are going to get, was it $26 million additional money or something like that? We're going to have plenty more money to sign. And yes, this is a very team-friendly deal, Jack. So again, I apologize I don't have details. We will next week, because by then all the details of this and Sport Track will have all the different finite details and the minutia of it. Totally. But as of right now, that's all we have to work on. So Speaking of contracts and speaking of extensions, let's go ahead and get to some of these Josh McDaniels comments. These were made a couple weeks ago, but we didn't have a chance to really feature it yet. So let's dive in and let's hear him talk on 3 players, leading off with Max Crosby and his extension.
The other thing I love about Max Crosby is, he's in the building first every day. I'm not sure I know anybody that works any harder at his craft than he does. He's unselfish. He's got a great team first attitude. He's a great example for what you want in a football player. And so to reward people that do those kind of things, you never regret those things, and it's exciting for our team and our organization to have an opportunity to watch him grow into the person and player that he's become. And then, we're all going to be witness to it going forward.
Uncle Mosh, I'm going to play 2 more. I'm going to go ahead and jump into McDaniels commenting on Chandler Jones and then the Davante Adams trade. And then I want to hear your feedback because we hadn't talked to you since these big things went down. Of course, there's McDaniels talking about Max Crosby and that extension and what he means to the team. And let's hear about the other 2 big moves, at least until Derek happened today, that happened so far this offseason. So here he is talking about Chandler Jones.
Chandler's a really good guy, and he's obviously a great football player, and he has an infectious personality. He practices like that. He comes to work with a smile on his face. He's an easy guy to like, and so I think that his teammates will embrace him quickly, I'm sure, and he'll reciprocate that with what he does for them in practice and hopefully on the game field.
All right, so there he is on Chandler Jones. And last up, we got Davante Adams. With
Davante, we just felt like this is the kind of a player that you would consider doing this for. And, he's certainly been a great football player. And after having the opportunity to meet him, and spend some time with him the other day, everything that we had heard, everything that we were told, all the different recommendations and all the different things that we heard about him as a person, those were true too. And so feel really comfortable about the decision that we made and really good about the player and the person that we've added to our team.
All right, there's a lot to throw at you, Uncle Mosh, but what do you think?
So let's start with Max.
Okay.
Again, a lot of it was, there's going to be some amount of coach speak that goes along with this. You just have to read through it. So basically what came out of his comments on Max is they're rewarding his hard work. Their bottom line is they're rewarding what he has done and how he's proven himself on the field and off the field. Overcoming his addictions, overcoming what the potential of the demons that could have been there that weren't.
Amen.
And being the first guy to show up, being the last guy to go home, being the guy that works harder than anybody else, it's going to get you a payday. When he's talking about Jones, we have talked a lot. We love Will Compton around here. That's no secret to anybody. And one of the things that we always liked about Will is that we said he was a locker room guy.
Amen.
Well, Jones is your locker room guy.
Nice.
Jones is your guy that's going to be your team leader on and off the field. Jones is your guy that the people are going to like, that the people are going to step up to, the guy that's got that infectious work ethic on the field. And that's what we were getting out of what he said. And then, of course, DA comes with the pedigree. And it's time to pay for the pedigree. He deserves the money. He deserves the contract. He deserves to be on a team with Derek, and he deserves it because his play has got him and elevated him to that level. He had great recommendations. Everybody talked about what a guy he was and how he's going to work and how he can fit into the system. So all 3 of those signings and all 3 of those comments were right on target, man. It's what we need.
I like it.
Nicely done, Uncle Mosh.
I like it.
Thank you.
You guys don't talk enough about the Raiders.
Patrick
Claybon with NFL Network here. Hey folks, I know 3 things you might like. Do you like football? Do you like the Las Vegas Raiders? Do you like listening to things? I'll add a 4th. Do you like swag? Well, here we got Swag Jeff, Murph, Uncle Mosh. This is Raiders Fan Radio.
I know you won't give yourself applause, Mosh, but that was
Yeah, that was spot
That
on.
was freaking spot on, Mosh. That was so good.
It's after being a coach for a lifetime. I can interpret for you.
We got to do a segment of that. Uncle Mosh interprets.
Oh, nice. Well, so I like what Jonathan Wade said in the chat too. We talked about Chandler Jones, and he's already built like a hella good relationship with Max Crosby. Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, we signed him, and like he was FaceTiming Max like right away, and they were already talking like, "Let's get down to business, man. We're gonna be the best. This is a great 1-2 punch. We're gonna own this."
And
whatever.
you're gonna see that out of Chandler Jones. You're gonna see him being the one that does. Hey, so and so's having an issue. Let's call him. Let's get him. Let's go take him to dinner. Let's be the ones. Let's reach out. This is a team effort. That's the guy that he is.
Right.
And that's the guy that we needed. And
Right.
that's one of those things that, okay, so we need players, but and a lot of us talked about that with Will. That we need Will.
Yeah.
Will may not be the guy that's going to go out there and make the Villapiano hit like he was talking about, but he's going to be the guy that's going to be the first one to say, this is a problem, let's address it, let's fix it, let's go, and let's do what we have to get done.
Well, and then also one of the most cool Raider moves ever is that the Broncos go and sign Russell Wilson, and so the Raiders come in and get Russell Wilson's kryptonite because he's been sacking him for years and years and years in Arizona.
Amen.
So, okay, deal.
Amen. And speaking of, sort of about Will and the Titans, the guy that sacked Ryan Tannehill 5 times in week 1. 5 times. Oh my gosh, in week 1. Yeah. So Chandler Jones, man, that's legit, man. There's some good stuff. All right. Were you guys ready for this? This might be my new favorite segment.
I love it.
So, look, we don't celebrate haters around here, but
we like them.
We'll highlight a hater, and some of these haters are pretty funny. So, once upon a time here, this is going back about a month or so ago now, we did a segment, and I highlighted some of the people that were kind of talking smack about some of the stuff that we did. Well, for those of you that are familiar with the show, when we highlight the supporters and listeners, our amazing listeners of Raiders Fan Radio, we call it the Sea of Fans.
Right.
So the people that lift us up. So when I did this segment about the people that were trying to knock us down, our good friend Black Sunday Joel said, this sounds like not the Sea of Fans, but the Sea of Pendejos. And so give us an excuse to make a bit out of it, and we will. And so Black Sunday Joel, you'll forever get credit for that because that's a brilliant idea. So I came up last week with the Cheech and Chong sing from Up in Smoke and played some of the audio about Cheech and Chong, what Pendejo is, right? So cousin Sonny, who is a very accomplished musician, wrote a beat to go behind the soundbite. So this is our new opening. Now, we're not going to do this every week, but every once in a while, it will be time for us to dig in to the Sea of Pendejos.
Hey, pendejo, how you doing? Try it. Hey, pendejo, how you doing? Yeah, that's close enough. What does that mean? Oh, that means my real good friend.
How's that again?
Pendejo, man.
Pendejo.
Yeah. Then say, bend over, pendejo.
Hey, pendejos, how you doing?
Don't say pendejos, man. Don't eat it. We gotta go now.
Yeah, see ya, pendejos.
He almost sounds like Greg.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. So here's the Sea of Pendejos. Nice. All right, so here in the Sea of Pendejos. So Jeff and I, we love, and Mosh too, we love us some TikToks.
We love the ticky.
I love the ticky talk.
We love the TikToks. And Jeff and I made a TikTok that we went mini viral.
Yeah, we get those from time to time.
Every once in a while, we'll have something hit. And so this one went to like 26,000 views and got a lot of comments. Now, when we dig into the Sea of Pendejos, please know this. Most people that comment on our stuff are not pendejos. They're people that are great. They're very complimentary, very much go Raiders, like very celebratory of what we do. Well, this one, I'm going to feature some of the comments that didn't do that. The ones that didn't lift us up, the ones that chose violence. So So Jeff and I made this video where I came in and I said, hey, Jeff, you left a mess in the bathroom. And he was like, no, I don't. What? No, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. You didn't flush. And he said, dude, I flushed. You should come show me. So I follow in Jeff into the bathroom and we look down into the toilet. And sure enough, he didn't flush, but there's not anything nasty in there. Well, there is kind of, because it's the logos of the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos.
The Pendejos.
Yeah, those Pendejos. So we flushed it, right? Okay. So that's the premise of the TikTok. So if you don't follow us on the TikTok, check us out. Just look for Raiders Fan Radio. So most of the comments, very much Raiders fans. But there's a lot of non-Raider fans, and this is what they had to say. So let's start off with Pendejo number 1, and I'm calling these people by name.
Good.
I love that.
Okay. Christopher says, Raiders have done nothing in the past 38 years and think they are still relevant, you losers. Jay Green 65 says, please, Chiefs own your ass. Chiefs kingdom. A. Torres says, you need to clean that room. It's covered in shit. Talking about the fan cave. Josh Anderson, there's shit all over that place. Raiders shit here, Raiders shit there. Go Broncos. These are my favorites. User 8493179334889. Good luck. Bolts all day, baby. User 440221931003. Raiders fans dress like that at games so people don't recognize them at work.
Wow.
That doesn't even
make sense.
Do better.
As opposed to the Bronco fans who wear orange so that they when they have to go out on Monday and pick up garbage with the drunks.
Oh, nice, Mosh.
She's Pete.
Good one,
and Charger fans don't have to worry about that.
Because they
don't have any damn fans.
Danny Barrente says, Broncos country, we are the West. Felix Alvarez says, Broncos country taking over AFC West again. Tom says, last place, coming in hot. Go Chiefs. Mesta says, you guys will be third this upcoming season, if that. Aaron 8315 says, and we're not going to talk about all the shit on his walls. Go Chiefs. Brandon says, girl forgot the Cowboys and the Niners. No, I didn't. The joke was about the division.
Right.
Medina 2073. They act as good as the Raiders play. Now that's funny.
Pretty funny.
That
is really good.
Slappity slap 1904. How old are you?
Oh wait, so your Twitter handle's about masturbation, and you want to talk about how old we are? Slappity slap. Why not just change it to chicken choker? My goodness. For crying out loud. Next, talk about a pendejo. The hell is wrong with these people? Why don't you let them follow you?
It's so funny.
Who do you got next? White House smoker? Come on. You're killing me right now.
Dolphin Flogger 1409.
I'm sorry, Miss Chris. I know you're watching.
All right, here we go. Robert says, when was the last time the Raiders won the Super Bowl? This ain't the 80s. Daniel says, can't wait to see the Raiders go 7-10. Puppet Lock says, Raiders suck. Christian Sonny Hall says, obviously he flushed the turd. The Raiders before the rest of the trash. Jammin 2112 says, big Rush fan apparently. Hoping one hand shit in the other. See which one fills up first. Chiefs Kingdom. Sergio says, God dang it, Jeff. You got the majority of the shit on your shirt. Oh, no, that's a Raiders shirt. Go Broncos.
That's really funny,
That's
too.
Big. This guy, listen to this Twitter handle. This guy's name is Lil COVID.
Lil COVID?
Lil COVID says, Dookie House, bolt up. Oh, my God. Pepstry says, Bolt Gang, Jeff. There's a lot of people going at you.
Well, yeah.
Jessica Kitten says, dang, that room is full of losing memories.
You must have heard the episode about our exes.
Oh my jeez. Oh my gosh. Raul says they still end up fourth. Broncos country. Steph Salty. Ouch from your Denver family. Hey. Here's a good one. Okay. Mike Blair knows how to take a joke. He says, you all are funny, laughing my ass off. KC, baby. Paul Lorono, F the Raiders. The Professional says 19 years without a playoff win and the other AFC West teams suck. Get a clue, Cupcake.
Is that like hot dog?
Yeah. Rick Slick says, come on, Jeff, you smeared shit all over the walls and you got it on your shirt too. Ms. Malls or M. Smalls. You Raiders fans think you're better than everyone else. Just stick to your gang violence.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because clearly we're gang affiliated around here. Yeah. Giorgio Gomez, your Raiders haven't won the AFC West since 2001. Laughing my ass off, you irrelevant shitters.
Nice.
Hey, that was Georgia just learned how to cuss, buddy.
Oh my gosh! So there you go. There it is for the Sea of Pendejos. Let's get on to the real fans. Let's get on to the real supporters of this show and the Sea of Fans mailbag.
There he is, baiting, looking. He's under the gun. He's caught, he throws. It is!
Oh my gosh.
Aaron the Q-Dog Raider says, watching Murph in HD, red-faced is an understatement.
Oh my gosh.
Tyrone Graves, tomato red Murph.
Oh my gosh, that was funny, guys. That's Jason Thomas says, bro, I'm dying. Raider Critique says, love the show, love the chat. We love you, brother. Aaron Q-Dog Raider, 2022 payback tour is about to begin.
Let's go.
Fargo says, a lot of pendejos out there, Murph. Lalo Meloso says, embrace the hate. Absolutely. Matthew Mingus says, keep the hat on, Murph. I know. Did I just blind the camera there?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
oh, my gosh. So dang funny. All right. So we appreciate you very, very much, Raider Nation, for supporting us, and appreciate everybody in the chat. My gosh, man, that might be my new favorite segment. That's why we can't do it all the time.
Right.
Because it's
right. Yeah, it's too funny.
It's too funny. Ozzy Raider Aaron with a donation in there. Funny AF comments from all 12 Chargers fans. Yes. Apparently they are all on our TikTok.
Well, you know why? Because Phillips Rivers only has one TV, and they were all gathered around it for a family meal. So
here's the thing. Let me say this too real quick, and then we're going to jump into Sea of Fans. We got a minute. Mosh, here's the thing that I don't understand. And I brought this up on the last time when we did this. Okay, look. We are on all the social medias. We are for the show. We don't do as much personally, but for the show, we're all over it. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, like all of them. There's not one we're not on. YouTube even. Explain to me, Mosh, like if I see a Chargers thing, I don't watch it. If I see a Broncos thing, a Niner thing, I don't watch it. The idea that the other team's fans consume our content, that blows me away. I don't understand it.
I have no idea. Explain to me why you would watch. I'm sitting down to a meal, and there's steak, and there's lobsters, and then there's something I don't like. I'm bypassing what I don't like. First of all, I'm not there. Obviously, if it's a huge meal, I'm not there to be health conscious. I'm there because it's good. I'm there because I want to bring something into me. I want to eat it. I want to savor it. I don't want to have that shit that I can barely stomach. So why would I want to look at anything Charger related? Why would I want to look at anything Queef related? Why would I want to look at anything 49er related? Keep the Brussels sprouts. I'm going for the lobster.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
It's stupid.
But the people that are jealous, they want to see what we're doing. What are they doing? What are they doing over there? What are they doing? You know, Dan Gable, what are the Russians doing right now?
Hate us because they ain't us.
Hate us because they
ain't us.
Hate us because they ain't us?
Yeah.
And you know, and listen, and great friend of the show, made woman around here, Ebony Graves. Like, she was a supporter of the Donkeys, but her husband's a big Raider fan. And so he's in our chat, she's in our chat. They do it together. Like, I get that. Like, that makes sense to me. There's context. But like random internet person, like following and watching our, like, why would you do that? Like, I don't, it's crazy to me. Anyways, all right, let's get in here to the Sea of Fans. This is where we hear from you, and more of you and less of us is certainly a good thing. And you can contact our show a multitude of ways. Most, really, I don't want to say most importantly because they're all important, but one of the things that we love so much about our show is the community that has grown up around it, and the community is so well represented in our chat. And so you can find them at youtube.com/RaidersFanRadio each and every week at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 Eastern. So that's one way. The other way is to call the show at 909-345-3346. And if you leave a message 3 times, we will refer to you as a made man or a made woman. And last off, you can email the show at show, that is SHOW, at RaidersFanRadio.com. And if we feature your email an indefinite amount of times, you can become a made man or a made woman in that way. And Uncle Mosh always leads off our email segment. And so, Uncle Mosh, who do we have tonight?
Buenos dias, Uncle Mosh, Smurf, Sultan of Swag. D, Mother Cluckin' C Baby, got the extension done. Signed Adams, signed Jones. Now with this move, we've made more cap space and are slayed to clear even more after the post-June 1st cuts. Real G's move in silence and violence. Take it from your highness. Ziggy has been moving like a damn ninja, making no noise and tagging toes. If the coaching is as good as the management so far, we're going to break the spirit of the rest of the West. Sierra's bag, baby, is already sweating, thinking about another 2 games. Jones is going to lay him down like Sierra on Women's Day. Deadpool reference.
Oh, jeez.
You guys got to tell me what that means later. We'll get to see the terror in Kermit's eyes as Sax Crosby puts his ass on the ground as Jackson makes a shitty ticky-ticky-tock-tock. For you Kardashians out there, my condolences for your butt cheeks, because he's going to be around to clap your ass for another while in the land of melting ice.
Oh my God.
Fargo Raider.
Jeff didn't proofread these.
Oh my gosh, no, I just print them.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. This show is, we are so far off the
He
rails.
sounded like Aaron the Q-Dog Raider in the chat most of the time. if any of you guys,
oh my gosh,
if you could see all of Aaron's comments in the chat, you'd be blown away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we are so freaking far off the rails tonight. I love it.
Hey, I'm not reading another email till we get more likes.
Okay.
Come on, people. All right, here we go.
Hit the like button.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. All thoughts have now turned to Vegas Draft 2022. It looks very much like Ziegler, Kelly, and McDaniel are going to stay with our current picks and not trade up or down. However, I can't shake the feeling that something big is going to happen. I can see one of the teams with lots of early picks doing something shocking. Whether that involves us remains to be seen. So, what do I hope for this year? Right tackle is still a concern for me. I'd prefer to see an experienced player fill the position. With that in mind, I'd like to focus on linebacker, wide receiver, cornerback, and safety. I wouldn't be disappointed with 2 linebackers coming in, or maybe even a young quarterback to groom for the future. Let's make this a good one, though, because next year our opening round picks will be 32 and 64.
Let's go.
History shows that we've not always done the best job during the draft weekend, except in 1968. The obvious example being the Goodyear blimp himself, Jamarcus Russell, or Tiny as Andy Reid calls him. There did look to be ability in there somewhere, but all we got was an overpaid coward that was the size of one of Reid's thighs. It's all not doom and gloom, though. I was looking at our draft history the other day and decided to see who I thought was our number 1 pick. This led me to do some over the current 7-round format to see which stars we've picked up and when. I should add that I've only done this to include players that I've seen during my lifetime as part of the nation, so it's from 1981-82. Therefore, the likes of Freddie B and Snake won't be on the list. Round 1. This is a hard choice. I have 3 standouts: Marcus Allen, Timmy Brown, and Charles Woodson. How do you choose between them? Marcus gave me my finest hour as a Raider so far. Timmy B is the only receiver to come close to Cliff Branch, and Seawood is beyond a legend. I'm going with Timmy Brown, but I'm still changing my mind all the time, and I feel as guilty as hell about the other 2. Round 2. With a nod to to Jack Squirk and Derek Carr. The short list here is Dave Casper, Matt Millen, and Howie Long. Another tough one, but this is Howie Long for me.
Nice.
Round 3, I always liked Kirk Morrison, and he was a good selection, but Van McElroy gets my third-round choice. Solid player and part of the Super Bowl winning team. Round 4, only one choice here, and that's Cliff Branch. In my opinion, he's our best ever receiver, with honorable mentions to Dave Dalby and Greg Townsend as well, and very possibly Max Crosby in the future. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Round 5, the easiest to choose without a doubt is Lester Hayes, the greatest player in NFL history, bar none.
Paul's favorite.
The man is such a hero, they should change the Super Bowl trophy to 2 hands covered and stick him engraved with the number 37. We should clone him in a laboratory in Henderson and have lots of little Lesters running around. I might even change my name to his. Nobody can argue with me because I know I'm right. All hail the judge. Good luck going forward to Hunter Renfrow, but you'll only ever get second place here, fella.
Oh.
Round 6. The pick has been graveyard for us, even going back to 1961, and I could only find Latavius Murray as a candidate. Did you have anybody on your in 1968? I don't think you had a
not
round
a 6.
Not a 6.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll know what he'd say for 7.
Yeah, obviously. In round 7, okay, perhaps this is the easiest choice of all. Bo Jackson. Enough said.
Oh, right.
That's a great one.
That's a great
one because I called out Atkinson, right? In the 7th?
Yeah, you did, but that was again.
Because your other guy the other guy was what, 9?
He was round 9.
9. Okay,
yeah, but again, he says he's only going back to 81, 82. Here.
Oh, okay.
So you're good, Jeff.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, the biggest what could have been story in sport. Talking about Bo, the biggest what could have been story in sporting history. We were robbed of one of the greatest sportsmen ever. It will always be one of our darkest days. So, as you can see, we don't always get it wrong. Despite what the media would have you believe, we're no worse than anybody else when it comes to the success or the failure of the draft. I'm fairly confident that nobody has a 100% success rate. Where we do differ from others, though, is that when the pieces do fall into place, we are in the habit of making legends, not just good players. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner 2019, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, five-time plus one. I messed up. That was me. That was all me.
You got quiet.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah,
you did. You got quiet. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Proud made man, five-time plus one, winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler. Oh
my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Great job, Paul.
Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
All right, great job there from our good friend Paul. And so Ebony Graves and Tyrone Graves got under a weather alert there. Please get safe, y'all. And we're thinking about you and prayers up for that area that are affected by the severe weather.
Where are they at?
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Who else is in the chat room tonight, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely. Paul, of course, is in there. Fargo Raider, Jason Thomas, Daniel Menges, Tyrone Graves. Raider Critique is in there. Jonathan Wade, Jason Thomas is in there. Zeke is in there. Let's see. Lala Maloso's in there. And the whole crew, man. We got Kill Jadis is in there.
Kill Jadis is in there.
Foxy Scorpio's in there. Storm is in there. We got everybody.
We appreciate you very, very much. We're going to hear from our good buddy Kill Jadis here in just a minute.
Well, yeah.
Because now we're going to get into the voicemails that have come in this week. And so you can call the show anytime at 909-345-3346. And if you leave a message 3 times, we will refer to you as a made man or a made woman. And also, whether it's an email or it's a phone call this week, Uncle Mosh will award a Sizzler Award, which goes out to the best email and phone caller of the week. So with all these made men and made women out here, every crew has to have a captain. And so our captain is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. We call him the Capo. He sits at the head of the table, and he always kicks off this segment.
Greetings, Don Murphy, Sig Larry, Uncle Mosh. I'm the boss, Sonny. The Sergeant at Arms, the Sizzler, Big Raider Trucker, Mojo from the Universe Speaks, Ramon the Mean King, Swag Jeff, Chuck Splatterhead McCann, who's a year older and definitely a lot less sober. Now, Ron the Mater Raider, let's get this thing started. Nation, the Las Vegas Raiders, and I keep on starting my show for another consecutive week talking about GM Dave Ziegler. Now, not only did he land the biggest fish on the offensive side of the ball in Devontae Adams, but this brother has turned around and got Chandler Jones, arguably the best defensive player. But he wasn't done there. Just today, and today might be, I don't know, April. It doesn't matter what the date is. It's about the production. And the production came in the form of locking down quarterback DC4. That's right, the much maligned Derek Carr. Now, besides me and maybe, I don't know, Big Raider Trucker, David Carr, they're the three of us. I mean, we're all holding hands in unison, psychologically, of course, reveling in this signing. I mean, Ziegler's getting the damn job done. Now, 2 weeks from now, we've got the draft. You know, that's my time of year, and I'm a draft guy, and I like to talk draft prospects, but I'm going to dial it back just a little bit. This is big news, and who would have thought this would have went down? You know, I could have been a smart ass and dialed in, you know, first time, long time. Glad to talk to you, Murph, Swag, Jeff, Uncle Masha. Just wanted to know, do you think the Raiders might be able to lock down the quarterback before the start of the minicamp? I guess that's all out the window now. The Raiders have officially opened up their window for a Sindri to a Super Bowl contending team. Now, Rich Eisen had us third in the AFC. And I agree with the gentleman from Wyoming, Wild Raider, whenever he says that might just be 2 spots too low. We might just be the odds-on favorites. And honestly, I believe we are. Now, the Raiders voluntary minicamp will go on from April 25 to 27, and it'll be followed by the OTA off-season workouts from my birthday, May 23rd, and the 24th, May 26th. Now, June 1st through the 3rd and June 13th through the 14th. Those will also be, you know, mini camps and rookie camps, and the mandatory mini camp will run from June 7 to 9. Let's get this money, baby. Now, there's other people that I wanted to focus on, but there's only one guy that I wanted to bring up this week that's a prospect. This guy by the name of DeMarco Jackson out of Appy State. This guy might fall to us in the 3rd round. We got to get this guy if he's available. I mean, side to side speed, he's got it. Sideline to sideline, I should have said, but I'm just excited about the signing. And speaking of signings, you know, newly inked Raiders 3rd down running back extraordinary, and, you know, Brandon Bolden, all deference to my little Neo, but, you know, he had to go. But this guy was interviewed, and I like the quotes that he put out there into the universe. Recently, he was asked, what is it about the Patriots way, number one, and two, can some of that way be brought to Vegas with what you guys are trying to establish? Of course, Coach Mac, Ziegler, and he responded in kind. The Patriot way, to sum it up, is just doing things the right way without people having to tell you what to do or how to do it the right way. It's kind of like just do it the right way when no one's watching, and that whole thing. Do your job, and you've heard that said before, and everything else. You're not worried about the next guy. You're worried about what your part is in the equation. I'm loving the mentality. That's more of what I want to see come to the Raiders, that hit list. Jackson Mahomes, Roger Goodell, Jerry Jones, Daniel Snyder, Jim Rome, Mike Wilbon, Jason Whitlock, insurrectionists. 2 more weeks, homies. See you at the draft.
See you there.
Oh! Normally I don't do this, but Capo's epilogue. Is anybody else here for the emerging beat between Wi-Fi Willie versus Mitchell the Tool Renz? I'm here for it.
Oh, no.
I'm also smelling a possible tag team event with Murph versus Raider Cody from opposing turnbuckles. Just food for thought.
Rue indeed, my friend. Oh, I love it. There is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider if you need him, man. We appreciate our good friend Aaron, and who always kicks off this segment and with some incredible points there, and always so entertaining with his calls. And so yeah, we're going to get to the more of the wrestling theme here in just a little bit when we hear from Kill Jadis, but we appreciate you, Capo, so very, very much. All right, so this I mentioned just a minute ago that we will award a Sizzler to our favorite or the best email or phone caller of the week. And I don't put my thumb on the scale very often, but
yes,
sometimes,
you do.
Yeah, I do.
You say that every week.
I'm just saying. Now look,
it never works.
It never works, but that's okay. But it doesn't have to. It just that's my way of saying that I really appreciate or would like to highlight a particular call. And this is a new caller. I love it when we get new callers to the show, and this is our good buddy. We saw him in the chat earlier. This is Cody Thompson.
Hey, this is Cody Thompson. I just wanted to give a call because you guys, I'm a huge fan of you guys. Been listening since before the days Swag Jeff was even a Raider fan, back when he was a Titan fan. Just been a huge fan of you guys' show. I know you guys have been saying it's more of a puddle or aquarium of fans, so just doing my part to pitch in. Can't thank you guys enough for what you bring, and you say all the time that it's just you either get it or you don't, and I just got to say I get it, guys, and you guys are the best show on YouTube, best Raider content there is, and I can't thank you guys enough. So really all I wanted to say, big fan out here in Vegas, so anytime you guys are coming through, it definitely want to try to catch up with you guys and get something together. Definitely the draft. Just can't thank enough for all you guys do. So, that was it. I know it's dry season right before the draft, so not much Raider news going on, but, that was it. Go Raiders.
Very, very cool. Give him some applause there, Mosh.
Appreciate that.
Good stuff there from Cody Thompson, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. T3 Sports Guys, our buddy Tom in there says, Cody Thompson, it's no longer a puddle. Thanks, man. Absolutely, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah, what a solid call.
Solid
And please
call.
come to the Rockstar Bar.
Dude, like for real, right?
Yeah,
like
Cody,
the guy's in Vegas.
Yeah. You're going to be our favorite Cody in Vegas.
The only Cody we'll speak to.
The only Cody that we want to spend time with in Vegas. And so, yeah, please come out to the Rockstar Bar. We would love to hang with you.
Absolutely, man. That is so very, very cool. And also, call 2 more times. You need to be, man. You called, please. You got it. We got to freaking get you made around here, man. We got to get you in here, and we appreciate you so very, very much, Cody Thompson. All right, next up, let's check in with a very timely reference. Uncle Mosh, you missed him last week, but he called back, and we have a chance to also make this man, make him the next made man, and that is the legendary police detective from Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Dragnet's own Sergeant Joe Friday.
This is Sergeant Joe Friday of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and I would like to direct these comments to one Mr. Josh Dubow of the AP. Mr. Dubow, with all due respect, I don't know from what professional writer's rock you crawled out from under, but the constant putrescent stench that you continually put out directed at members of the Raider Nation or simply to bring a smile to your face as you try to drag through the mud the millions of followers who cling to hope and try to make the world a better place makes the inner workings of my lower intestines retch. You can trash the organization, you can throw gasoline on the decade that was the early 2000s, you can even aggravate the fan base with hints and rumblings that Derek Carr is trash and that he should be traded and that the Raiders will finish with less than 7 wins next year. Go ahead, laughing boy, do your bidding. But when the race is run and the jockeys turn their whipping crops on their sniffling hide as you continue to gallop through the muck, just remember that you received adequate warning. Now, I may not care for you or the putrid sludge you're troweling out, but until the time that the Raiders can win a Super Bowl and place a firm kibosh on that steaming pile of computer keys beneath your dirty digits, I guess we'll just have to endure it. But here's one stat you cannot refute, and this is taken directly from the Pro Football News and Daily Observer, Section 18, page 5, column 2, paragraph 4. In 2021, the number of TikTok millionaires only barely outnumbers the number of brain cells you've killed with your own hand. So go pick on Jaguars, or but don't go picking on the Washington football team, or Roger Goodell will come after you with both barrels. On second thought, go right ahead. This has been a public service message courtesy of the Las Vegas Police Department. This is Sergeant Joe Friday wishing the participants of the RFR fan club a pleasant day and clinging to the hope that Mr. Josh Dubow finds a professional source that can provide the help he may require. And thank you for all your continued patronage and support.
Oh, nice. Love it, man. Good job.
Love it.
Sergeant Joe Friday, man.
Joe Friday. We got to get him some Dragnet music in the background.
Right. Well, but can't.
Yeah, we can't because of the
copyright. We get pinched on that stuff. Actually, that's what we're going to do. Uncle Mosh is going to do Dragnet music, and then that's what we'll play behind it. Yeah, that's fantastic. What a great idea. All right, next up, let's get to our buddy out there. Listen, this guy, talk about behind enemy lines. This is our buddy Raider Jeff. He's in Kansas City. He is a made man, and let's check in with our good friend, because there's no Jeffs around here.
No.
There's so few Jeffs.
Absolutely.
So few, yeah. So let's check in with our buddy Raider Jeff in KC.
Hey, Murph, Uncle Mosh, Swag Jeff Nation. Boom. There it is, baby. This is Raider Jeff from Kansas City. Well, as you know, my wife is a huge Chiefs fan. So twice a year, my world completely sucks. But this offseason has given me a glimmer of hope. Yes. First, we signed Devontae Adams. My wife is a little upset about it. Then the Chiefs lose Tyreek Hill. My wife's even more upset about it. My wife thinks now that the Raiders are better than the Chiefs. The first time she said that in years. I think the Raiders are better than the Chiefs all the time. So let's hope for some more doom and gloom here behind enemy lines for all these Chiefs fans I'm surrounded by. Let's hope it starts right now, this year. Raiders forever, baby.
Raiders forever, my friend. Good stuff there from Jeff and Casey. I love, so in the chat room there, Paul says, Agent Jeff in Missouri. I love that, man. I love that. Love it, man. Great stuff there. So appreciate you, Raider Jeff and KC. Been a minute since we heard from him, and love hearing the fresh voices here in the Sea of Fans mailbag. All right, next up, we're going to head down south. Speaking of folks down in Texas, so many amazing Raider fans down in Texas. Of course, we talked about our good friends Tyrone and Ebony Graves. Our buddy Raider Critique is down there, and also and so many others. And I'm not leaving anybody out because we have so many Raider Homer, and just there's a million Texas Raider fans. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, of course. But this guy, we call him the Houstorian, and he is one Houston Raiders Steve. Houston Raiders Steve.
Murph, Mosh, Nation. Swag Jeff. Here's the prospects in the NFL draft that I think the Raiders should look at. You have running back Jordan Mason, quarterback Carson Strong, Akil Glass, wide receiver Bo Melton, tight end Jeremy Ruckert, safety Brian Cook, Brad Hawkins, edge rushers Arnold Ebekti, I think his name is, and David Ajabo. Defensive line Perian Winfrey, Adrian Mathis, Matthew Butler. Offensive tackle Abraham Lucas, Nicholas Ferry, I think his name is. Guard center Cam Jurgens, Derek Kennard, Luke Fortner. Linebacker Channing Tidwell, Tyndall, D'Angelo Malone, and cornerback Mario Goodrich. Those are the 20 players that I think the Raiders should target. I'm looking forward to the draft. We're going to build a team. I think that obviously Brandon Parker and obviously Leatherwood are on the chopping block, in my opinion. I know we retooled our team. Almost all of Gruden and Mayock's picks are gone. But, hey, it is what it is. The Raiders are looking forward. The future looks bright. Got to wear shades. Go Raiders. Goodbye.
Goodbye. There he is, our good buddy Houston Raider Steve. We call him the Historian because he's always got some amazing tales from the history of the Raiders, of course. But there he laid out the future of the Raiders. Yep. And, of course, as we all know, Jeff, the greatness of the Raiders, what?
Oh, it's in its future,
it's in its future, and there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And so Houston Raider Steve lined that out for us, and we appreciate him. Tyrone Graves says, shout out all our brothers and sisters in Texas, but me and the wife reside in Jackson, Mississippi, the South Central of the South. I thought they were from Texas. My bad.
No, they're in Mississippi, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're right south of us. That's why
they got all the weather.
Which is coming our way.
I apologize. I thought they were from Texas. Okay. And also, who else? Oh, somebody said Graphic Raider. Our buddy Graphic is in Texas. Yeah, there you go.
The Graves said that they live in Mississippi, and Paul says, I love Mississippi.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely. Oh, their daughter is in Texas.
In Texas, right.
That's okay. So the Graves' daughter is in Texas. I knew there was some sort of connection there. Sorry. If you can't tell, I don't keep up with the chat the best during the course of the show at times. And so we appreciate you very, very, very much. And so let's keep on with the calls. Next up, all right. So Mississippi, like you can't get more south than our country, other than maybe New Orleans, than Mississippi. You can't get further north than Alaska.
Right.
Especially northern Alaska. So this guy's been calling in the show for a long time with his wrestling takes. And if you're new to the show, this guy has this ongoing feud between his alter ego, which is Raider Macho Savage, and some other characters around Raiders Fan Radio, including us.
Right.
So this is the culmination of this thread of calls that this guy has had. This is Kill Jadis, the northernmost Raider fan living up there in Alaska, and this is the final. This is the WrestleMania match.
This is it.
Oh, so
the
this
main
is the
event.
second half of the
Second half of the call last week. So the build-up has been done, and here we go. So this is the final call in terms of this storyline. Yes, this episode. There you go. So let's check in with Kill Jadis.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kill Jadis back at WrestleMania, where chaos officially rules the day. It seems that things have broken up a bit, though, and I'll try to do my best to give you what is going on. Right now, Murph is stomping a mud hole into Tyrese Gill in the corner. Trevor Case is walloping Mosh in the other corner after a good counter. And Raider Savage is getting choked by the ropes from Dr. Patrick. Raider Savage has been beaten to a pulp ever since the ambush. Murph comes to the rescue with a few strikes. And now Dr. Patrick and Murph are trading blows. Swaggy Jeff finally caught up with Jason, who's been running away this entire time, and gave him a good kick in the rear before falling in under the ring. Now it looks like Murph is staring down Dr. Patrick and Tyree, but they seem to be having an argument for something. Oh! That's slapped in the face by Tyrese, and Tyrese is walking out of the ring. He is walking out of the match. Tyrese just slapped Dr. Patrick out of nowhere. He got out of the ring, gave him the bird, and is walking away. I think he said something about Miami. The Macho Man is up, grabs the champ, Irish whips him, and he just clotheslined Dr. Patrick out of the ring. And watch out. Oh! A double close on my Case. That tight end is really getting on my nerves. But here comes Mosh. Uncle Mosh has got Case from behind, and he's giving him forearm clubs across the chest. Trevor Case is reeling. Murph is back up as he got Case. Stunner! Stunner! But Case won't go down. Mosh is in a three-point stance with the cooking sheet of doom. Trevor Case goes down by the running cooking sheet of doom, lariat by Mosh. Then waits. Jason is on the ladder. He's climbing up. He's trying to get to the top to get the tile for his brother. Oh, but he got caught as Swaggy Jeff followed him up the ladder. And Swaggy Jeff tosses Jason off the ladder, who screams like a little girl and into the announce table. Wait, no, don't do it, Swag. Not the gun thing. No. Oh my God! Swag and Jeff just hit the swag bomb off the top of the ladder onto Jason. He's broken himself, Jason, and the table in half. The crowd is going nuts. And now it's the Macho Man who's trying to climb the ladder. Climb, champ! Climb! Oh no, here comes Dr. Patrick. Dr. Patrick hits Murph with a chair. And he hits Mosh with a chair. Raider Savage is up at the top. No! Dr. Patrick pushes the ladder over. But wait, Raider Savage is still hanging by the hook. He's trying to undo the belt. Dr. Patrick jumps up to grab the champ, and he gets kicked by the Macho Man. Come on! Under the belt, champ. He did it! He did it! He undid the belt and gave Dr. Patrick an elbow drop. What a match! He's still the champion! He's still the champion! Raider Jack, take it away!
The winner, and still NFL World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Macho Man, Raider Savage!
Thank you for the help, Raider Jack. Now let's head back to Raiders Fan Radio.
All right, there he is. There's our good buddy Kill Jadis. We appreciate you, and congratulations to Raider Macho Savage there for retaining his title there.
Again, man, he's the best.
He's the absolute best. All
Why
right,
do you make me sound like a bitch?
What? No, you did what?
Yeah, well, because he was running away. He was running away. Oh, he's running away scared.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, why didn't you get your feelings hurt?
Hey, and I do love that he brought in some folks. Shout out to Raider Jack for helping him
that
there.
Was cool,
Yeah.
man. That was very cool. Very, very well done. All right, we got one more to get to before we get out of here for the night. We appreciate all of you so very, very much. Let's shout out the chat room, Swag Jeff, one last time.
Yeah, absolutely. Matthew Mangus, Lala Maloso, Storm, Fargo, Kill Jadis, Tyrone Graves, Ebony Graves, Paul is in there, Foxy Scorpio, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Jack Kenna, Raider Loco, Raider Critique. We got the whole crew, man. Jonathan Wade.
That's awesome, man. We appreciate you all very, very much. And you do got to give him props for calling out the swag bomb. Like,
no.
You're the only one with your own
money.
finishing move, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's legit.
Well, yeah.
All right, here we go. Last one to get to for the night. Let's check in with our buddy. He's come out with some doozies here lately. And
Come on.
I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to play it. The Raider Karaoke Kid.
This is the Raider Karaoke Kid and a song dedicated to Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs. F is for the way you lick your plate. A is all the tons of food you ate. T is for the way you carry toward a massive coronary. T is just because it takes 2 trips for you to carry fat almost as wide as you are tall. Fat. The bathroom is just down the hall. Here's a Happy Meal, please take it. Don't sit in that chair, you just might break it. Fat. We'll keep emergency on call. Come on, join along with me. Burp, belch, slurp, eat. We are all paying tribute to Andy Reid. F is for the way you lick your plate. A is all the tons of food you ate. T is for the way you tarry toward a massive coronary. T is just because it takes 2 trips for you to carry fat almost as wide as you are tall. Fat. The bathroom is just down the hall. Here's a Happy Meal, please take it. Don't sit in that chair, you just might break it. Fat. Keep emergency on call. I said fat. We'll keep emergency on call. One more time. Fat. We'll keep emergency on call.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, there's a Raiders Karaoke Kid doing Frank Sinatra's Love there. Oh.
Fact of the week.
You look like melted ice cream.
Oh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
Says he's fat.
Who's fat?
Too fat. Big fat fatty.
Oh my gosh, too funny there. So appreciate you, Raider Karaoke Kid. That was so dang funny.
I am the Sizzler.
All right. Tonight we started off.
Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sorry, tonight we started off with Capo. He had a great call. He even had an epilogue. May 23rd is his birthday, he said. Isn't that your birthday, Swaggy?
Well, yeah.
Cody Thompson called in. First-time caller. He had some wonderful, kind words for us. Thank you, Cody. So. Sergeant Joe Friday. Okay, I grew up watching Jack Webb in Dragnet, and I love that he was the last into the 60s. He was that last old-school 30s actor. If you watch Casablanca, if you watch Maltese Falcon, that where they had those huge, long dialogues, and they just rattled off all those words. And so Jack Webb was like the last, great actor to do that into the new modern times. And this Sergeant Joe Friday did a fantastic job and never stumbled on one word. He outstanding. Raider Jeff in KC. He was so excited that things aren't going good at the home front. That he says he can only hope for it to get worse. Wow. Sounds like me and my third wife. Houston Raider Steve gave us his picks for the draft, okay? And there was so many of them, and a couple of those we touched on. Kiljadis, great job, Kiljadis. Man, your recording your skills have gone above and beyond.
Oh, my
it's
God.
fantastic.
Totally.
But most importantly out of that, congratulations to Macho Man Raider Savage on his title retention. And then, of course, we kicked it off. We ended it. We finished it up with Fat. F-A-T, the Andy Reid song, and the winner of the Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Tough choices tonight. You guys didn't make
gosh.
it easy on me on my way back. It was a hard one.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead
to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
So, Tyrone Graves goes, they're Italian. You know they're going to go with Frankie.
Nice. Although, you know what? I got that wrong. It's Nat King Cole.
It's Nat King Cole, yeah.
I blew it on that one, and I was corrected a couple times because the chat room is smarter than we are, and that's another reason we love the chat room, because you guys are smarter than we are, you're funnier than we are, and you know way more about football than we do.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of those old crooners, they covered each other's songs. You know,
well, that's because there's a Frank version of that.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure there is. Anyway, but
there is
they
too,
all
yeah.
covered each other's stuff. So yeah, absolutely. So appreciate you all very, very much tonight for joining us for this episode of Raiders Fan Radio, episode number 244. We will see you in a couple of weeks at the Rockstar Bar. That will be at 2:00 on Thursday. That's the 28th of April. We appreciate you so very, very much. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat room tonight, and appreciate all the amazing donations. 100% of that money will go to the One Nation Foundation. We love you all so very, very much, and know that all that money will go to Raiders-related charities. Thank you for Uncle Mosh being back here tonight. Thank you to my best friend and yours, Swag Jeff. Swag Jeff, take us on out of here.
Absolutely, man. And thanks for everyone that donated. We just talked about the money that we're giving to the One Nation Foundation. $132 tonight. So thank you guys so very, very much. That's incredible. And thanks to everyone in the chat. Raider Loco, T3 Sports Guy, Ebony Graves, Fargo, Storm, B. Al, Running Bear, the Mangus Boys, Fargo. Let's see who else we got in there. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Paul, Kildatus, Ebony Graves. We got the whole crew, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. This was such a fun episode, man. We went off the rails about 1 billion times.
Oh my gosh.
So I do want to say in Fargo Raiders email, you know, he had that clap comment.
Yeah.
He said he meant to put chap the ass, not clap the ass. But he said it'll work just the same, I guess. So thanks to everyone.
I might have read it wrong. I would apologize to him if I did. But
no, you didn't. You're good, because I loved it. No, it was fantastic. So thank you guys for tuning in. Uncle Mosh, take us home, my man.
Good night, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for listening tonight. You got my little buddy Swaggy J over there. You got my nephew Murph over there to my other side. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't worry about the horse being blind. Just load the wagon. Happy birthday, Coach. What happens in Vegas started in Oakland. Adios, malingerers. Take cover, folks. Watch the weather. Keep your eyes peeled to the sky.
Good night.
Good night. God bless.
Good night, YouTube.
Goodbye.
Good job on the camera there, Vin.